Hello, hello. Okay, let me just get started over here. All right. Hey, my strong dancing friend. Happy Tuesday. It is Coach Mel here, and I am going to talk about how to become your own hype person, how to be your number one, your biggest supporter. Really, just here to talk about how we become our biggest supporter in our lives. Recently, I've come into my own hype person for myself and my friends recently. I would say about the past year now. And really, it has made a huge difference in my own life and in the lives around me. And honestly, it has been a big learning lesson for me, becoming my own hype person and becoming my biggest fan, because I think as performers, as entertainers, I think we are all just people who tear ourselves down. We're trained to look in mirrors every day and to see, oh, that's not right. I don't like that about myself. That person has those legs. I wish I had that person's legs. Or I can't do jumps that high. I wish I could do 5 pirouettes. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. I wish I could change this about myself. So I think being as dancers and performers in the entertainment world, I think we forget a lot of the times that we need to be our biggest supporters. We are the only person we have throughout our whole entire lives. We are born with ourselves and we die with ourselves. We don't die with our significant other. We are born with the significant other. So, really, in our lives, it is just us wholeheartedly the whole entire time. So, I think it's really important, especially nowadays, that we really need to talk about becoming our own hype person and being our number one fan and celebrating our wins, celebrating our successes, celebrating our not necessarily failures, but celebrating things that didn't go right, celebrating the things that taught us what we want in life and what we don't want in life. I think there is a lot to learn from all of the lessons that life has to teach us. Um, so, to start out with, you are your biggest fan. Like, yes, I know parents, brothers, sisters, families, boyfriends, girlfriends, significant others, best friends, they can be your number one supporters. However, I truly believe if you are not your number one fan, your biggest number one fan, nope, I think that's not okay, because I think we need to know what we truly feel in our hearts and what we love about ourselves. I think it's always beneficial to sit down and write 15 things what I love about myself, and not, oh, I love my legs, I love my hair, I love my eyes, I love my body. No, I want you to say, I love how I show up for other people. I love how I show up for people when there's stressful times at work. I love how communicate my love for other friends. I love how I do things for others without people asking me to do things. Um, I love my determination. I love my resilience. I love my hardworking dedication. I love my routine making and setting goals. So, like, really focus on those things that no one can take away from you. Absolutely no one. Not a casting director, not a dance teacher, not a school teacher, not a best friend. Focus on those things that no one can take away from you. So, for example, I love my resilience. There have been a lot of things recently that have happened to me that I could just sit and let bog me down. I could sit crying and like be like, woe is me, and be like, oh, life is so bad for me right now. Like, oh, I'm gonna sit in this woe is me situation and sit in this guilt. No, because why would we want to sit in that guilt and waste those moments where we could acknowledge those feelings and be like, okay, I don't like how this is necessarily making me feel at this point. So we acknowledge those feelings and be like, okay, I don't like how this is making me feel. Okay, this is something I can change how I feel right now. This is something I can do right at this moment to fix those feelings. This is something I can work on this week. This is this habit I can add to work on how I'm feeling. So I think we really need to just focus on the things that we love about ourselves and focus on those things that no one can take away from us. So really lean into that. I really think we should be giving ourselves love and not tearing ourselves down every day. When was the last time you truly sat down or even looked at yourself in the mirror? I know it is very hard, especially if you have a mirror that's like right outside your shower when you get out of your shower every morning, or 8 a.m. ballet, looking at yourself in leotard and tights. So I know it is hard every day to look into the mirror. And I know sometimes we don't like what we see in the mirror, but like, when is the last time that you have looked in the mirror and said, hey, you, I love you. Thank you for being this vessel and this body and supporting me through this life. Thank you for getting me through these hard days. You have made it through 100% of your hard days. Do you know that? You have made it through 100% of your hard days. So there's no hard day that you have gone through that you have not made it through, because you are still here today. So I am fully supportive in not wasting energy, not saying, oh, I hate this about me, I hate that. I feel like we get so stuck in this negativity, and I don't think it's good for us. There's a quote that says, like, you waste so many years if you like stay in your negativity than you are being happy. So I really think that, being negative and just really harping on ourselves, it does so much more harm than good. Like, what good is that? Just harping on your bad qualities. Like, what is that doing for you? It's doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Going into that, life happens for us, not to us. So yes, you might think, oh, this is all happening to me, blah, blah, blah. No, I can guarantee you the person sitting next to you on the subway, the person sitting next to you on the train, they're probably going through something similar or something 10 times worse than what you are going through right now. Literally everyone on this earth is going through something. So like, everyone is going through it. Like, I don't think there's anyone that's not dealing with any sort of personal problem, family problem, job problem, life stresses. Like, so life happens for us. Everything that is happening for us is happening for a reason. Truly, truly, truly believe that everything in our lives are happening for a reason. Yes, there are days where it feels like, no, this is clearly not on my journey. I don't deserve this. Like, why are all these bad things happening to me? Everything that happens for us is for a reason. This is teaching me a lesson. For example, I am currently in Branson, Missouri, and really thinking about what I want to do with my life next. And this year was really hard for me because I, again, was so lost. And I had doubts of, like, is this the right place where I need to be? Like, very, 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 very big doubts at the beginning of this year. Didn't know if I was going to stay here. Very unhappy, and not to anyone's fault, just unhappy with what I wanted out of my life and where I am at this point in my life. And that's okay. We can want more for ourselves. It is okay to want more for yourself. It is okay. But there was a reason why I was still in Branson, and the universe was trying to teach me that. And this contract that I was not even expecting just kind of fell into my lap. And that whole contract, it was about 2.5 months. It showed me a lot about myself, and honestly made me re-confident in myself and why I am a professional dancer and why I do this every day and why I am going for it and making this my life. So life happens for us, not to us. So please don't sit in that woe is me, like, oh, everything bad is happening to me. There are days where I just want to cry, believe me. But again, that's not going to help my life. Like, I'm going to wake up the next day and just because I cried, are things going to be better? No, you are the only person who has the power to do what you want to do with your life and how to change it. You are the only person who has that power. Going into my next point, to be your biggest hype person, your circle, your supporting friends, family, your circle, supporting friends, they need to be so supportive of you. And I don't mean 50%. I don't mean 60. I don't mean 80. They need to be 100% supportive or they're not your friends. Yes, they could be acquaintances and everything else, but like if they are not supporting you and if they are not following what you are growing towards, they don't need to be in your life. And you in turn don't need to put energy towards that. You need to keep a small supportive circle that who support your dreams, who will help you get there, will keep you in line with those dreams, will keep you accountable, will help you when the hard times are there, and will help you even though they're going through their own hard times. Again, another thing this year, what I have realized is being in Branson in this year where I was mentally when I started the beginning of this year, it has taught me to lean into those friendships. So a lot of it was a lot of unexpected friendships that I didn't know that were going to be so important to me now that I didn't realize that were going to be so important to me last year. So these people are supporting me the way I support them. They fill my cup like I fill theirs. So you need to have a circle who in turn gives you what you give them. And I know it's hard. Navigating life right now as a human is hard. So again, there is leniency towards that, but you need to find people who support you in whatever goals life that you want. Like if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, you need to have friends who support that and like don't talk down to you or don't make passive aggressive comments. So you need to keep your circle small. And if you need to keep things from certain people just because they take your joy away from things, like if you tell them about an audition and then they go around and tell everyone and their mother, maybe you should think about maybe I shouldn't tell them about the next audition I go to, or certain situations like that. So it's always about picking and choosing. And again, like I'm all for having great supportive role models, great supportive friends. Like I'm here for that because I just want people who want what's best for me and aren't going to use me, aren't going to be mad when I need to cancel because I need to take care of my body, or aren't going to be mad if I make a boundary because I need to focus on me and my mental health. So you need to find a circle that supports you 100%. I have one of the best circles in the world. I'm very, 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 very grateful. And it took me 31 years to find this circle. Granted, they are from all over the world, all over places. They all don't live in the same state, but I have those core people when I am feeling down, when I'm having a bad day, when life is just handing me those lemons, or when I have this idea, or like, should I go for it? Or should I do this idea? What about that? What about this? Or they support me with Dancers Who Lift. You need to find friends who are supportive and want you to do the best. So you need to find that circle and core circle. Again, quality over quantity. And you can have different kinds of friends. I'm not telling you to have no best friends. I'm not telling you to have no acquaintances. You can have multiple kind of friends. But I'm telling you that that circle that you tell everything to, you share everything to, they need to be so supportive and filling your cup, not energy draining, not feeling like you only talk about them when you're hanging out together, or not feeling like you're doing this all, it's a one-way street. Any relationship is a two-way street. So you need to find that circle and make sure it is a solid circle. And yes, it's going to take you a while. Honestly, it's going to take you a while. You're going to have friends trickle in and out into your life. And that's okay. That's just growing up. That's being an adult. Okay. Growing. Growing is great. I love the idea of growing. I have done a lot of growing in the past 5 years. And if you would have told me in 2019, January 2019, if I was this confident, like so bubbly, out of the box human, I would have laughed in your face, laughed in your face. So it's just, growing is great. Again, you're in the unknown. Change is scary. Change is so scary. However, on the other side of that change can be so much endless opportunities for you. And it doesn't even need to be about a job, or it doesn't even need to be about a relationship. Think about that relationship with yourself and like again, you are the only person you are with your whole entire life. People come in and out, but you are with yourself when you were born up until the day you pass. So, like, growing is fantastic. And everyone grows at different paces, and that's okay. But what's not okay is staying in the same place if you are stuck or if you are unhappy and you're just continuing the same cycle over and over again and you're not doing anything about it. That's hard. But I'm a very big advocate about growing. I love growing. I love listening to podcasts about different scenarios, different situations, reading books, even just like making friends with people who come from different backgrounds or who have gone through different things in their lives. I think working on cruise ships helped me a lot with opening up to different people with different backgrounds, and that helped me grow as a human as well. So growing is a huge thing, and it's okay to grow. I I think it is scarier to be in the same place you were last year if you don't grow. Like that is so scary to me. If I and been like, oh, I didn't make any progress. And I'm not talking about, oh, I didn't lose 10 pounds. Oh, I didn't do this pirouette. Oh, I didn't book this job. No, I'm talking about like if you are still repeating the same bad habits, this still in the same bad friendships that don't make you feel good, or if you're in the same job you still hate, it's time to do something about it. Be your own hype person and acknowledge what you are not happy about, and only you are the person that can change that. Health benefits about being your own hype person. Just thinking or talking to yourself or giving someone else a compliment has an effect on you physically, mentally, emotionally. Think if someone random, like my favorite TikTok videos I see are people who give the random people compliments on the side of the street. And like you instantly see those people's moods change like that. So like think of the next time you're in an audition or even like at the gym or walking across the street. I know a lot of people compliment me on my hair and it's great. I love it. But like think of the next time, like if you're not normally a person who likes to talk to strangers, like just give one person a compliment and be like, oh my God, I love your shoes. Oh my God, I love your outfit. Like the pops of color, that's not something I would do, but like I really love it and I wish I could pull that off. Like give someone a compliment. Like you don't realize how much that helps people or how much that would turn someone's day around. But again, on top of the positive, think of all the negative things that we tell ourselves, we surround ourselves with. That's a lot of negativity. Hold on to that. So all those negative thoughts, negative self-talk, negative, even just gossiping about others, that holds in different compartments in your body, your chakras, all that. Even negative thinking will affect your body. So positive or negative thinking, talking, any wise, that's going to affect your health, mental, physical. Like, could you imagine if you just like sat in a terrible mood for 3 days? Your body would feel heavy and just like, and sluggish. Like you would have no energy. So really think about that and know that positive or negative, those thoughts are going to go through your body. Everything is going to affect, including a past post that we just posted. It was talking about hydration, but even the things you see on social media, unfollow people. Like if that person's posts don't make you happy, or if they trigger something in you, unfollow, mute, do what you need to do to focus on you. That's including what you see, what you listen to. If certain people at work are talking about someone, move to another room. So, all in all, talking, thinking, that's going to affect your body and affect everything in that nervous system and whatnot. You are worth the hype. I'm going to say that again. You are worth the hype. I'm sorry. You are your biggest advocate. I love being a hype person. I hype anyone up. I will hype anyone up unless they've done something to me in the past. But I am a hype person. Like I love making people feel good just because I think we need more of that in the world. But believe it, feel it, see it, be it, speak it. You are worth the hype. You have gone through so much in your life. You are worth the hype. Talk about yourself in the highest form. I'm so proud of myself. I made it through this crappy day. This happened, but I persevered. This happened, but I didn't let this take me down a rabbit hole. I didn't spiral into a mental block, Celebrate those wins, no matter big, no small. That's another thing. One of my friends, she's an energy coach. She asked me, when's the last time you celebrated you? And that was a really hard question because I had to think. When was the last time you celebrated yourself? Seriously, when was the last time? Celebrate yourself. Hype yourself up. We are celebrating ourselves. You deserve to be celebrated. All the achievements in your life, good or bad. Hey, even if you're like, oh, this really crappy situation at work happened, I'm really proud of myself at how I handled it. Celebrate it. Be like, I'm proud of myself. 2 years ago, I would have crawled into a shell and not spoke up for myself. So really focus on those wins, big, small, good, not so good. You are worth it. Believe it. Focus. Be it. Envision it. And I know it's hard as performers. I really do. I know. Because we sit and we're like, oh, all these corrections, and like we sit and we self-pick and we nitpick all these things about ourselves that we don't like, and that's not helping us. How are we supposed to sell ourselves, or how are we supposed to put our best foot, product, body, vessel forward in an audition or in a show, or even just in a networking setting? How are we supposed to feel the best about ourselves and exude that and show them who we really are if we don't believe that? So you really need to believe that. I know it's a game, but again, like I said earlier, it took me 31 years to become this confident in myself. Leading into my next thing, not every day is going to be a good day. And know that there will be hard days. It is okay to not be okay. Again, you survived 100% of your bad days, but don't live in those days. My goal, I like to do is something really upsets me or really bothers me, I give it 24 hours. And after 24 hours, if it's still upsetting me, I either jot it down and I talk to my therapist about it, or I work through those feelings, journal, whatever. I have a conversation if it's with someone that I need to have a conversation with. But like if it's something little, like, oh my God, if someone ran me off the road, or like, I don't know, this person got me really mad at work, or this guest didn't tip me for 7 root beer floats. Like, take 24 hours to go through it, work, cry about it, be upset. Oh, I didn't get that call back. Oh, 24 hours. 24 hours, 24-hour rule. You have 24 hours to think through it. Let yourself, I wouldn't say spiral, because we know spiraling can be very bad for our mental health. But take 24 hours to acknowledge those feelings, work through it, and then leave it. Leave it. We don't need it. We don't need it. We wake up every day new. We cannot bring that energy from the day before into the next day. Yesterday happened. We can't change anything about it. So the only thing we can focus on is the present and what's going to happen today. So forget about it. Leave that at the door. It is okay to not be okay. What does matter is how you speak to yourself and how you take care of yourself. So if you are having a bad day, don't blame it on yourself. Just be like, this happened to me. It's okay. I'm feeling these feelings. You are very validated in feeling those feelings. But again, do not sit in those feelings. Do not live in those days. Take that 24 hours, work through it, do what you need to do, and then move on. You don't need that. You don't need that going into the next day. You don't need that to focus on your next goals. You don't need that when you're trying to go into an audition. You don't need that. You don't need that. Leave it at the door. Like, check. My dance teacher growing up, it was my favorite thing growing up. She had a sign above the dance studio door. Leave your ego at the door. Leave it. Leave it. You don't need it. You don't need it. Okay. Also, going into that, unfortunately, negative energy is contagious, but positive, being a hype person is also contagious. It's my favorite thing when I start to hype people on stage and people start catching on, and then they're starting to be on my same level of energy. But you see the energy come alive from everyone else, and everyone's like, oh, she's making me feel good, so I'm going to make this other person feel good. So it's just amazing that it's contagious to be someone's hype person, and or even being yourself. I know my friends comment on it all the time. For me, they're like, we hype you up because you hype us up. So it's, again, a give or take. That respect is a two-way street. Those people who fill my cup, I feel theirs, vice versa. You give, you get. Like, oh, I love hyping people up, and then I just see a momentum of it going, and it's just great, and it's all genuine. Like, I'm not trying to be a hype up person and be fake. Like, I'm genuine about it because I think growing up, especially as young dancers, young performers, we are very hard on ourselves. And I look at myself, and I'm going to use my niece for example. If I realized the things I thought now, and when I was like maybe like 5 or 6 years ago in the past, and I look at my niece now and I'm like, if she thought those same things, I would literally shake her and be like, absolutely not. Like, no, 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 no. Like, I would be like, no, do not think that. You are amazing. You can do anything you put your mind to. Seriously. So I kind of look at it like that. And my friend, again, who did energy work, she did something to me where she was like, okay, imagine yourself as your younger self. And that triggered something in me, and again, moved into being my hype person. I thought about the things I did, and I told myself when I was younger, because I was a product of bullying. And so that had a lot of effect on me. And so I think the reason why I feel so strong about this is because I wish I had someone like me for myself when I was younger. So it's like this full circle moment, and I just wish everyone was like this about themselves. And I just want anyone and everyone to be their own hype person, because like, we deserve it. We're all amazing humans. I'm sorry. Yes, we all have qualities, we all have flaws, we all have positive things about ourselves, but we are amazing humans, and we do so many things, and life is already so hard. Why make it harder? Why? So like, be your own hype person, live your life, be true to yourself. If you don't like one thing, don't do it. My favorite quote is, and I will censor it, if it's not a yes, it's a no. I'm sorry. If it's not something that's going to light your fire and you wake up every morning to be excited about, why are you doing it? If you are not jumping out of bed every morning, or if you're not running through the door to get to your job, or to go hang out with your friends, or if you're not leaving feeling like, oh, that was so good, like that felt good for my heart and my soul, why are you doing it? So again, I think everyone needs to be their own hype person and really lean into being your number one fan and loving every little thing about yourself, including those flaws. Everything about you is what makes you you. And that's amazing, because there's not another you in this world. I'm sorry. You, as you are unique, amazing, strong, talented, smart. Oh, there's just so many words I could say. So yes, that is my kind of intro of becoming your own hype person. I'm going to end with a quote, and it says, you are the only person with complete insight into everything you do. You are the person who can most accurately and effectively hype yourself up. You have the power to be your best friend and to be your number one fan, and to really lean in and just trust that you are the you that was placed on this earth and is here to do what you were made to do. And I wish everyone could feel this way about themselves, because it is a weird but like true feeling of coming into your own and stepping into that power. So I hope this was helpful. Please leave comments or send us DMs if you want to hear more about this, becoming your own hype person. Again, it's Coach Mel. I hope you all have had a fantastic Tuesday. I know I have. And again, be your own hype person. Live your best life. Hey, yes, yes, yes. All right. And with that, I'm going to end. See you on the flip side.